Clap, 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 clap. Woo! Good day and namaste, everyone. Good day and namaste. Let me get into this iPad. This is now this got me putting in my passcode. This is my thumb. I guess I've been looking for you. You know what? We're going to do something a little different. I want everyone to pull your phones out. Everyone pull your phones out. Go to your cameras for me. When you get to your camera, flip it around so that you see your beautiful, beautiful face. Now, extra points if you actually put it on the camera and record it for what I'm about to have you do. Look at yourself. Everyone look at yourself in your camera. Greet yourself. Say, hey. Hey, Jocelyn. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, divine. Good morning, love. Good day and namaste. You know, some people haven't even spoke to themselves today. I talk to myself all the time. But some people, you know, in the morning, they wash their face, they get up, but they're not even talking to themselves. So I'm glad we greeted ourselves. But let's do this. Repeat after me. Say your name. I'm going to say my name. Jocelyn, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for love. I've been looking for peace. I've been looking for purpose in all that I do. Jocelyn, I've been looking for you. Oh, you can put your phones down. Didn't that feel good? I encourage you to at least talk to yourself twice a day. Every time you wake up and you wash your face and you brush your teeth in the morning. Hygiene is very important. And then let's do it at the end of the night before we go to bed. Tell yourself good morning and tell yourself good night. Good day and namaste. Good night and namaste. It's important to affirm yourself. It matters what you say to yourself. Why do you think it's important to affirm yourself? Anybody? We close-knit. Only a few of us in here. Somebody give me some reasons why you think it's important that we affirm ourselves. To encourage yourself. To motivate yourself. What else we got? Anybody? Treat yourself right. Treat yourself right. We are affirming ourselves, you know, really so that we can remind ourselves who and what we are. And what are we? What are we? Anything else? There we go. You reading my notes? You must be reading my notes. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. But sometimes we forget that. Don't we? We forget that we are made in the image and the likeness of the eternal divine. Now, how do I know that we forget that? We worry about stuff, worry about the bills, worry about family, worry about what so-and-so is going to say about us. We have self-doubt. Can I do this? Can I get up here and speak in front of the people who have come to see me speak? We anxious. I can feel it in my chest. I need to take a deep breath. Some people are angry. That lack of forgiveness, we forget that we are made in the image and likeness of God. We forget that God didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of sound mind, of power, of peace, of love. We have any more examples of how we may forget who we are and what we are? No? All right. We'll move along. What we do is, so because we forget, we use spiritual tools. We just affirmed ourselves, right? Affirmations. We deny the lie. If affirmations, Jocelyn, I love you. Jocelyn, you're beautiful. Jocelyn, you are gorgeous. You're fun. You're charming. A lot of people say I'm charming. I be charming y'all. I be charming y'all. I can't wink. I wish I could wink, but I could blink. I could blink really hard at you. Hold on. I'll give you a hard little. But we affirm ourselves. We deny the lie. Jocelyn, when I deny what doesn't exist, deny the fact that I'm anxious or I'm nervous, because I know that I have the power within me to use my voice, right? That's a spiritual faculty, power. That's my birth month. May. What color is it? Purple. All right. And what part of the body is it? The throat. I can use my voice. Look, purple, power, PP. What else do we do? Reverend Dre, what else do we do? Meditation, right? We use prayer. We use meditation. Those affirmations, just to name a few. We use those things to remind ourselves of who and what we are. Spiritual beings having a human experience. Because if we don't, the human experience will condition us to forget that we are these spiritual beings. How does it condition us? Does everybody remember their first love? No, y'all don't want to talk about it. You remember your first love? That was affirming. That was something good. You remember the excitement? Well, for me, my first love, I was 19. I pulled her. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was just so proud of myself. Like, look at me, that done got me one. Okay. I didn't know. All right. I had cut my hair off and she had put her hands through my hair. So, okay. Got her. Took me a few months. But I got her. She was my first love. That was the beautiful, beautiful experience. It was a high. A few months later, I experienced my first heartbreak. Ooh, forget love. Might have said something else. You remember when we were children and your parents were teaching you not to touch the hot stove or not to put a fork in the socket? Do kids do that? I don't have children. Do the kids try to put the fork in the socket? But you're telling the kids, back up. What about when you're applying for a job, you don't get the job? What about when you do get the job? All of those emotions, the ebbs and flows of life, that human experience conditions us. Because let's say you learn how to ride your first bike. Everybody know how to ride a bike? You know some adults that don't know how to ride a bike? It is interesting to me. I know 2 people that don't know how to ride a bike. But you know what happened was they fell and they never got back on the bike. They got nervous. They got scared. They were operating in fear. They didn't want to get back on that bike. And that's how the human experience conditions us. The human experience, now sometimes it tries to keep us safe. You get your hand slapped by your parents because you cross the road without looking both ways. You need to learn that, right, for your safety. But for the young lady that I know who didn't get back on the bike, all she had to do was get a helmet, get some knee pads, and get back on that bike. Yeah, we all fall. We've all fallen. I got this mark right here from sliding down a big hill with my banana seat bike. So those things of the human nature try to keep us safe. But sometimes that safety is masked as fear. You try to protect your heart from heartbreak. So then what you become, an old, bitter somebody, lonely, paranoid, don't trust anybody in your life, don't trust anybody. And it doesn't have to be romantic heartbreak. It can be friendship. You've lost friends. Y'all done fell out over some petty mess. Because somebody didn't answer a text back in these days. I don't know. I'm a good friend. All my friends is old school friends. They've been with me since high school, elementary school. So, I don't know about that. But it happens. You get that hardened heart. You failed your test and now you feel like you're dumb, or you didn't get the job, so you feel worthless. All of those are just life experiences. They're just life experiences. So let's be clear. These experiences are occurring not so you can forget who you are, but they're occurring to help you to remember who and what you are. Y'all remember Lion King? Now, Simba was the king of the jungle. He is a lion, but he's sitting around eating shrubs and bugs, hiding out because somebody told him that he killed his daddy, believing what somebody else said. That was a lie. So what had to happen? The monkey came, Rafiki came, popped him in the head, said, "Hey, boy," took him to the field, and what happened? His father came out of the clouds. And as truth students, as metaphysicians, what was that? That was just the symbology of the heavens, your expanded consciousness telling you to what Mufasa said, remember who you are. Simba was living in fear until he remembered who he was. And then he came and he toe got up and he was on Pride Rock and it was raining and it was real nice, beautiful scenery. Now this reminds me of another movie. Simba was living in fear. This reminds me of Finding Nemo. Now listen, y'all, we just watched this on this past Friday for Spiritual Night at the Movies. Now, I'm not looking at y'all real tough, but I'm looking at you real tough because we only had 2 people join us this Friday. Well, last Friday. We had KK, and we had another young lady named Miss Aaliyah. And I'm going to tell y'all, you missed it. We didn't come out to Marietta. We all stayed at home in the comfort of a home. We all made our own snacks. Reverend Drea, then you threw it to your screen. So it was on the big screen for Reverend Drea. We had a good time watching the movie. We had a great time watching the movie. We threw the chat on Zoom, and we laughed and talked about the truth that we found in there. And what we really saw, what the theme for Finding Nemo was, it was a contrast of being open, receptive, and optimistic. Dory, has everybody seen Finding Nemo? Y'all ain't see, you missed Finding. I'm telling you, we're gonna do some more movie nights. And it might have been because it was a kids movie that people didn't necessarily want to watch the kids movie, but it was good, right? It had the truth in there. Truth is everywhere. It's in all things because what God is all things, right? So it was a good time. So it's one fish, Dory, the blue fish, which I just thought about when I was typing this up. Dory is blue. What's this month? Faith. Dory is faith. And Dory the whole time, she is optimistic. She is open. She is receptive. She goofy. But she's the best part of the movie. She's joy. She's peace. She's been looking for herself, her family this whole time. She stayed true to the fish typecast of being forgetful. But what that really was is she was present in all the moments because she didn't remember the past, wasn't necessarily thinking about the future. She was just in the moment. She was open. She was receptive. She found the good. She saw the good in everything. And then her partner in crime, who was trying not to be her partner, but he was her partner, Marlin, he was her contrast. If she was good and open and receptive, he was fearful. He was paranoid. He was anxious. He was stubborn. Now, he was orange, and I thought about that. So what color, well, orange is the color. What month is look at y'all. Y'all some true students. I am so proud of y'all. I was going to get on you if you didn't know, if some of y'all didn't call it out. I was going to say, how long you been in truth? That's what we was going to do. It's in the notes. I got look around, call some names if I need to. But Marlin is orange. He's zealous. Guess what he was zealous about? Finding Nemo. Now, he was scared the whole time. But he learned to kind of get out of that groove of fearfulness. He became aware that his fearfulness was blocking him from finding his son. So when we watch that movie, we see him realizing that he's operating in fear. And then we also see the process of someone repenting. Now, what does repenting mean, y'all? True students. Turning around. It's like you missed your exit, and now you got to turn back around. That's all repentant. That's all the word repent means. So you're sin. What's sin mean? Missing the mark. So you're missing the mark. That means you're out of alignment with your authentic self. So when you miss the mark, when you're out of alignment and then you become aware of it, all you have to do is repent. Turn around. So you went the wrong exit, got off on the wrong exit. This is the wrong exit. Let me get back on so I can go in the right direction. So we saw the fish do that. He was repenting. And what it showed us was sometimes as he was moving along, he would have little moments of freedom in his scaredness, in his fearfulness. And then he'll revert back and say, no, I can't do this. I'm scared. And then Dory over on the side, she just keeps swimming. She's swimming around in circles like, we can do it. Come on, just keep swimming. We're going to find Elmo. We're going to find Tito. But it was really just a master class of what happens in our head. Now, we all said that we know that God is all there is. We all are made in the image and likeness of God. But in those moments of worry and fear and anxiousness, who wins in our head? What wolf are we feeding? Are we feeding that fear wolf? Are we feeding that love wolf? So yeah, y'all missed it. That was a good movie. We watched on Friday night. We watched Finding Nemo, and today we are going to now talk about Finding Memo. Woo, y'all! I've been enjoying this play on words. Finding Memo. Finding myself more and more. Finding myself through all of the experiences in life. Finding myself in the people of my life. Now, we had our phones out and we were affirming ourselves. And I really should have had y'all turn to your neighbor, so I'm going to have you turn to your neighbor. I'm going to feel like an official rep. Okay. This is going to be my first turn to your neighbor. So I want you to turn to your neighbor. And I want you to say, neighbor, today I'm going to start finding Memo. I'm finding myself in you as the unique expression of the eternal divine. I love you because I love me. And so it is. God is. What is God? Y'all in my notes again. God is all there is. And we said that we agree that we are made in the image and likeness of God, right? What is that image? What is that likeness? Give it to me. All of that. That image and likeness is all those things. The image and likeness is spirit, right? Because that's the only way each and every one of us can be made in the image. God isn't man. God isn't woman. We as humans, we anthropomorphize. Ooh. Had to come and get it. We anthropomorphize things. So this morning we were trying to get the computer straight, and Emmanuel was calling it a she. She gonna make you work for it. My car is a guy. His name is Shouty Low. Okay. But we as humans, in this human form, in this finite form, we have to kind of bring things down to our scope of knowledge when we're in this human form. So a lot of people think God is on the throne, looking high. It's sitting high, looking low. I don't even know how that goes. But that's because we're limiting God. But we know that what God has no limits. Is that right? God is limitless. God is infinite. Yes. Give me the omnis. Get out my notes. So if God is all there is, omni-active, omni-benevolent, benevolent. My God, today. Whew. What did Dory say? Take a deep breath. Just keep swimming. Speaking of just keep swimming, look at this ocean water. And I know we've all heard the analogy of the water. You were just a drop in the ocean. If God is that water, then of course we're gonna switch it up. Think about some sand. Think about some sand. The beach, whatever beach in the world. What's your favorite beach that you've been to or that you want to visit? Waikiki. Beautiful sand, beautiful water. Is it white sand? It's the brown sand, like a tannish. You know, there's the white sands, there's some black sand, there's some pink sand in Italy. It's different types of sand, but it's sand. So think about that beach, and we know that God is infinite, but could you imagine counting every molecule, every piece of grain of sand? We gonna think that it's kind of, that's a lot. That's a trillion, billion, million pieces of sand. So think about the different types of sand. Think about how we could be in relation to being that grain of sand. There's so many different types of sand. There's so many pieces of sand. But when we come together, I'm saying the grain of sand. It's not just a grain. It's still sand. We're all sand. We're all made in the image and likeness of God. We all show up knowing that we have the power and the presence within us to do and be anything that we want to be. So if I'm grain, you're grain, we're all grain, we're sands. We're all sand. We tracking? Am I making sense? So understanding that there's trillion millions of different sands, pieces, grains of sands. I've shown up as a grain of sand called Reverend JC, Jocelyn Kimbrough. You've shown up as Reverend Dre. You've shown up as Reverend almost Ife. You've shown up as Jeremy, as Trina, as Emmanuel, as Reverend Jada. The way that we all show up in our uniqueness is what proving God is infinite and limitless. Because we all are spirit, and we all chose to show up as that individuated, unique, multifaceted expression of the infinite spirit. Y'all tracking? All right. God is all. We are all. We are encompassed in that all. Think about how you show up. I am God, and there is none else. So I gave you the analogies. Let's get into the practicalities. So we had this picture. Of all the different faces. Have we heard that we are mirrors of each other? If you spot it, you got it. Don't we say that a lot in truth? If you spot it, you got it. Get on your nerves a little bit. But if you seriously, if you spot it, you got it. If you can see somebody being rude and mean, that means you know what rude is. If you see somebody being loving, that means you got love in you. If you see somebody getting older, as long as you move, they told me today, chronologically, I'm going to get older. Now, in my mind, I might stay young. I am going to stay young, not even might. I'm going to stay young. But if you spot it, you got it. In every experience that you have, you show up. 2 weeks ago, we did the truth and trending topics, right? Now we had a spicy discussion when we got talking about Cat Williams, right? Some people didn't like the way that he showed up. Some people didn't like the way that he presented himself and really his tone and the delivery of how he gave it. And some people were like, we love it. And we questioned each other like, well, why didn't you like it? But what was that itch in you? It was something that was making you itch. Say, I don't necessarily appreciate the way he was coming, the way he presented himself. And we had to look, we asked each other to look within to say, well, why is it bothering me? Now, you brought up a very good point. And as I'm standing here, stealing a little bit of my nervousness, your name is lost. Ty, yes, Ty. Thank you, Ty. Ty, you said, you know what? When we were having the discussion, you said, you've moved past the space, but you recognize the space because it's still housed in you. It's still showing up. And sometimes it's like a fly. You ever, you're working through something just like Marlon in the movie, the fly that gets in your house and you don't see it anymore. And then if you're working on anger, let's say, you're working on anger, you've been meditating, you've been affirming, you've been denying the lie, you've been doing your best not to get angry at nobody. Somebody cut you off, you bless them, you don't cuss them. You say, well, maybe they needed to get somewhere, all those things. But then you stub your toe and you let that corner of that bed have it. Now, you've been working on it for a few months. You've been doing well with your anger. But it's like that stubborn fly. The fly, what's the fly want you to do? When it comes to your house on accident, what does the fly want you to do? Let it out. So it comes back up. When you're working on anything, you're working on your anxiousness, your nervousness, you're working on speaking well, you're working on whatever it is to doubt yourself or that anger, whatever you're trying to work on so that you can get back to remembering who you are and the power that you possess. So when you're working on that, it's like a little fly that comes up. It's just reminding you, hey, you see, I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out. I know you've been working on it, but I'm trying to get out, so let me out. It don't necessarily mean, most people, first of all, y'all some good truth students. Because everybody else would have said the fly wants you to kill it. And that's not what the fly wants. The fly just, exactly, the fly wants you to affirm it and let it go. When you first start meditating, a lot of people say, I can't stop the thoughts. I can't stop the thoughts. And then some people work to stop I got to stop. Okay, I'm thinking about bills. I'm thinking about, do I want a Pepsi or do I want to drink some water? Did I lock the door? Did I leave them eggs boiling? Okay, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. When you're telling yourself to stop thinking about it, you're going to think about it more. So acknowledge it. Did I turn those eggs on? I think they on. I got about 10 minutes left for this meditation. Let it go. Let the fly out. So it bubbles back up just so you can see if what you worked on is still going to make you show out. Let you stub your toes. You're going to cuss or fuss it. Or you may be blessed. You say, maybe I need to sit down. Well, my foot told me to sit down. I've been moving too fast. Let me take a break. How do you move through that? So I say all that to say, think about how you show up. If God is all there is, and we are a part of that sand, that beach, and every experience that we have in life is just a reflection of what's inside of us. How are you showing up? Are you showing up like Dory, just keep swimming, optimistic, positive, happy to be here, grateful to be looking in some beautiful eyes, grateful to get some hugs on a good Sunday? Because think about it, when we go back out into the world, how many truth students are there? How many of us are naturally embraced by loving kindness? Or when we go to the store, go to Kroger's to go get some lemons and some ginger tea, is somebody going to push you over with a cart, run you over a little bit, or are they going to let you in the line? Or, all the different ways that life comes at us. In these moments right here, we're using the tools, we're using the community, we're having the movie nights, all we're doing is building the muscle of remembering who and what we are. So that person at the store who is rude, that's just the reflection of, I don't trust these people. There's a little bit of resistance when we go back into the world. It's a little bit of the fly coming back up to say, hey, bzz, 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 I'm still here. Yeah, you think you worked it. Bzz, 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 let me out. Oh, you think you've been working? Okay, no. I'm going to go back and hide in the sink. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Are you done yet? You going to let me out? We tracking. The beauty you see in me is a reflection of you. That's Dory. That's that positive, that yin and that yang. The light part of the yin and the yang. The beauty that you see in me is a reflection of you. One of my favorite Whitney Houston songs. Jermaine Jackson was in it. If you say my eyes are beautiful, it's because they're looking at you. If you wonder why I'm staring, they took her, Lord. I just don't know why they took her. If you wonder why I'm staring, it's because I'm looking at you. But the beauty that you see in me is a reflection of you. If you see good in the world, if you have positivity in the world, if you're always searching for the good, it will come to you. What you see, what you perceive, if you find that good, it will show up. So you think about that boss that get on your nerves. Y'all got anybody, your family, your mother, your grandmother, your daddy, the homeless person, or whoever that you don't necessarily trust, or you say is dirty, or however you think you're judging that person. If you see dirt, if you see unworthiness, then it's inside of you. How many people have heard, if you don't like a job, love yourself out of that job? If you don't like a relationship, love yourself out of that relationship. If something's making you uncomfortable, find the good in it. And in that good, it'll dissipate like the fly. But if you keep on resisting that person, what are they going to do? Persist. And it's only showing up in your life so that you can learn and remember who you are. Those tough times, it's the proving of who and what you are. Now, on the opposite side, unless you learn to face your own shadows, you will continue to see them in others because the world outside is the reflection of the world inside of you. This is exactly what I just said, right? That's unknown. Unless you learn to face your own shadows, you will continue to see them in others because the world outside is only a reflection of the world inside of you. I talked to my mom this week and I asked her a question and she started, started hemming and hawing like, And it made me upset, to be honest. I didn't appreciate the energy of it because I was being vulnerable with her, and she gonna hem and haw me. So I had to sit with it. Now, number one, she's a Taurus, I'm a Taurus, so we are mirrors. We both have presence. She's tall. I'm her little baby. I'm her little baby. So her hemming and hawing upset me. And then, literally, as she was hemming and hawing, I was looking at somebody sitting across from me who, if they asked me the same question I asked my mother, I would have hemmed and hawed them. So I saw the reflection of what I was experiencing and how I do that to other people. And that's what really upset me because I said, I got that in me. Now I'm upset with this lady, but I'm the one that does, I would do it too. We little mirrors of each other. Me and Big Stank. So when we remember who we are and what we are, who we are, spiritual beings having a human experience. When we remember that all the experiences in our lives are showing up, are just reflections of our lives, reflections of what's inside of us, how do we fix it? Or how do we, if we want to change the picture, you got to change your mind. We said miracles are happening this week, right? The opening song, Miracle. You ready for your miracle? The definition of a miracle is changing your mind, changing your perception, 2 weeks ago, Jeremy said, we all are each other's supporting actors. This is your movie, right? And I'm your supporting actor. This is your movie, and you got me standing up here giving a journey in truth. This is my movie, and y'all looking at me, my supporting actors. So how can I be in my movie and in your movie? How is that possible? We all made in the image and likeness of God. God is all there is. What's Reverend Sharon's theme song? We are one. I'm your mirror, you're my mirror. Mirrors looking at each other, we are one. It's the same image. We're made in the image and likeness of God. So you think about the movie that's projected on the screen and what you want to see in your movie. I wanted to see all of your faces this morning. I did. Everyone who's in this room is everyone I thought about being here this morning. Now, I should have thought about some more people. Let's be clear. Everybody who's watching on YouTube, I knew he was watching on YouTube. So it's me expanding my mind. It's me working on this craft of reverendhood, ministerial work. I knew y'all was going to be here. So in your movie, what do you see? Do you see the good? Or are you living in fear? Are you living in anxiousness? Combination of the two. We all do that. That's what this human experience truly is for. We made the choice to show up as ourselves. I made the choice to come down here because, number one, spirit is eternal, right? So if spirit is eternal, that I am my ancestor. Because I've been here. I'm going to be here. So if I'm once the malleable goes, if I've existed before, and I'm going to exist afterwards, I am my own ancestor. You are your ancestor. We're in the oneness. We are eternal beings. But this human experience is what makes us have that yin-yang experience. We tracking? The whole goal is to remember who and what we are. And then once we do that, if we really remembered who and what and the power that we possess, we'd be like Jedi Masters and just dip out. Y'all know the Jedi? Yeah. Y'all watch Star Wars? Yes. Good. I'm just trying to see. You ain't seen Star Wars? You've never seen Star Wars? Okay, well, the Jedi Masters, they Jedi Masters, first of all. And I know I use it as a definition. Exactly. But they use their mind. They're a great example of using their mind, and the force is in you, right? That's what, have you heard that term? The force is in you. The power is in you. Isn't that new thought? Mm-hmm. That's the lightsaber noise. It's in there. Listen, Yoda got tired of him, and just left the man. Oh, you guys see the movie. But Jedi Masters, they have the ability, once they get tired of this flesh suit, they just go. Like they just disappear. They say, okay, I remember who I was. I'm tired of here. I did what I did, and they get out of here. So if we remember who we were, we actually we have that ability to dip on out, I feel like. Do y'all agree? If you think about that, I think we have that ability. I know we have that ability. And if you come to the next movie night, the next movie that we're going to play is going to display that, actually, that dipping out or losing that your malleable form and shape. All right, y'all. Y'all ready for me to go? It's 12 o'clock. First thing, God is what? And we show up in what? All the experiences of our lives. We are us. When you're fussing with your mama, you're fussing with yourself. when your boss get on your nerves, you getting on your nerves. If you spot it, you got it. This is your show. This is your show. And we finding Mimo. And so it is. So it is.
Yeah. Another round of applause for Reverend JC. Thank you for finding Mimo. And now for our announcements. On February 4th, we'll have Reverend Andrea Pitts. She'll be our speaker for that day. Please make sure to join us. Come early. Not if you're here at 11, it's late. But we still appreciate you. But come early so you don't miss the service. Then on February 11th, we will have Truth and Trending Topics. And the Reverends will be speaking on whatever the topic is. You can always share your input of what you might want them to talk about. Reach out and let them know. Our website, livingtruth365.org. Then we have on the 18th, Reverend Chantel Welch. That'll be an honor. She hasn't been here, and it's been a while since she's been here, and so she'll be our speaker. So please join us on February 18th for Reverend Chantel. Then on February 25th, we'll have Reverend Jada. Yes, yes. So on the 25th, please be here. Reverend Jada will be our speaker for that day, for our Journey in Truth speaker. For those who might have showed up a little later or who are just streaming, we have Tidely, which is a way to share your abundance. And that's a one-time setup. It's 470-243-2191. Wait for the reply, send a link, da-da-da-da. It's automatic after that, unless you change your phone. Then we also have the Cash App, and our Cash App handle is $LT365. We don't need to say that again. Do y'all want to say that again? Okay, we're going to say it again. Just one time. There is no lack or limitation. There is only infinite abundance. And through my giving, I tap into the infinite flow, and I am one with it. This one time. I am tapping infinite prosperity and sharing. And so it is. You know, we got to say that. You got to say it to yourself often, because this world be doing what it's doing. And in order for you to remember your abundance with what the world is doing, go ahead and repeat that to yourself so that you keep being abundant despite what the appearance is, all right? Then we have Moments in Meditation. This past Thursday was canceled, but you know, it's okay because we have this Thursday coming up. So please join us. You could do that through Zoom. You do not have to leave your comfort of your home, but it's a nice boost. You commune with like minds, get tapped into the I am within you, because again, when the world is worlding, you need to get in tune so you can get back in order so you can continue the rest of the week, okay? So you're doing it for yourself. Finding me more. That's how you do that. Then we have the Nora Foundation, which is Dr. Rocco's baby. This is how you get to learn more of his teachings. He has a class, the Aramaic School of Light, which is every second Saturday each month. It's from 1 to 3 Eastern Time, and it's a $30 fee per class. Now, if you want to do a class where you can just, give what you can, then that would be his Wednesday evening classes, which is from 7 to 8 p.m., and that's a love offering. Okay? And if you have any questions, the Nora Foundation at mail.com. Not Gmail, mail.com. And then we have our Friday calls, and this is Breaking Barriers. Basically, it's an inspirational morning call that you can get on. Phone number is 712-775-8969, and the extension code is 936892, and it's at 7 a.m. in the morning. So if you're up that time, or you just want to start your day, that's a great way to join. The great way to do that, okay? The Principles of New Thought. It's a Discovering Truth class. This is Monday nights from February 12th to April 15th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And this is also through Zoom, so you don't have to drive all the way over here. Just get online with us. And also sign up on, is it Sign Up Genius? What is it?
It's on the website too.
Okay, and it's on the website too. So definitely join us. It's a great book. It's a powerful book. What is that I wanted to say? Also, I don't know if somebody's already signed up, but the first person who signed up has gotten a book or is getting a book. So if they haven't, go ahead and sign up. It might be you, because sometimes people move a little slow. And then gather with Living Truth 365 for Kevin on stage and that chick angel. Here's the thing. It's on March 23rd, 7:30 at the Coca-Cola Roxy, Atlanta, Georgia. Cash out $55 to LT $LT365 by February 5th.
Those tickets are going fast at that price.
So yeah, if you really want to join and hear Kevin on stage and that chick angel, then please join us. And again, it's $55. Send it through Cash App and join us on March 23rd at 7:30. Anything else, Reverend Jada? Then we have Design Your Sugar Jar. This is February 4th, immediately after the Journey in Truth service. That's what your sugar jar can look like. You can create whatever your sugar jar is going to be. We're going to have some things to help you to create your sugar jar. What is a sugar jar? So come on, Reverend Andrew. Did you woof? Blessings. Yeah, blessings, I know.
So the sugar jar is going to help us with our Lenten journey, right? So Lent starts on February 14th. So we are preparing these sugar jars that's going to help us to stay focused on what we're choosing to release during the Lenten season. So if you choose to release those Mentos candies and you have one, then you put a little quarter, dollar, whatever you choose in the sugar jar every time you kind of miss the mark there, right? It's going to help you to turn around and repent. Ooh, look at me. So on February 4th, we encourage you to bring your sugar jar, and we'll have stuff here for you to decorate your jar however you want to do it. It could be a glass jar, a metal jar, it could be a box, whatever it is you want to use, but we're going to have stuff to help you decorate it. The other thing I want to mention about February 4th, it's a big day for us. Yes, I will be speaking, but also it's going to be the day that we are committing to the barrier breaking program, right? So we're going to have a big deal about that. We're going to talk about those things. And also we're going to be able to get our accountability partners that's going to help us through our Lenten journey. So February 4th is a big day. We want everybody to come out if you can.
Thank you, Reverend Dre. Appreciate that. But come on.
Okay. All right, guys. So our Winter Book Club event is coming up on the 28th of February. We will be discussing this book, Black AF History by Michael Harriot. It is a great read, a really good read. It has gotten a lot of book club awards for 2023. So I encourage you, if you can, please join us for that. I've already listened to it on Audible. I have my book also, so I can make sure I have notes taken. So join us. It's going to be via Zoom, so it can be from the comfort of your home, but it's going to be a really, really good conversation. We encourage everybody to join. We did send up a sign-up genius for folks to sign up for the book club event. The first person has already gotten the book. Somebody's already signed up. But that doesn't mean anything. We still want more people to sign up and join us for this great conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. Bring yourself back. Bring yourself back. Bring yourself back. I'm trying to told you. Wrap your hoodie. Wrap your tee.
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Wrap your tee. You can get your t-shirts at kafanistudios.etsy.com. Repping anything that you like. We have here repping spirit, repping truth, repping spirituality, repping consciousness, all those things. And all proceeds go to Living Truth 365. Bless you. So please go ahead and go there and get your t-shirts. And if there's something that you think of that we don't have there, let us know. We can go ahead and get repping that as well. And So as part of the barrier breaking program, we have merch. Look at us.
Yes.
Good stuff. We got merch. So I have my barrier-free sweatshirt here. So we have all of those things. We have the barrier-free sweatshirt, t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt as well, and other breaking barrier paraphernalia as well. So you can get your merch today. If you just scan that, it'll take you directly to that page, and you can get your shirt. Again, all proceeds go to Living Truth 365. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, you can. And this is our website, livingtruth365.org. So if you're not familiar, this is where all the information, contacts, and anything that you need to know about what's going on here at Living Truth, you can find it on our website. So please become familiar with it. Save it on your phone. Save it to your home screen. And for those who still do not know, we are not on Facebook no more. So if you're missing us, come on to YouTube. We are on YouTube. We start here. We might send clips and bites or maybe parts of the service, but on YouTube is where you'll find us. Make sure that you like our page on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, and also make sure that you watch it, because then it helps other people to get this message. And then once they get that message, then they'll get that energy and that teachings and then want to come in here. So please make sure to subscribe, please make sure to like, and please make sure to share our YouTube page. Okay? And it's youtube.com/ at I am Living Truth 365. Okay? Come, that's you, right? That's you. Let me go on slide. Do you want me to slide up the? Okay.
All right. Information for the week. We're going to say it 3 times. Y'all ready? Let's stand up. We about to get out of here. All right, y'all ready? Every face I meet reflects a facet of my own inner universe, inviting me to learn, grow, and embrace the depths of myself. So again, every face I meet reflects a facet of my own inner universe, inviting me to learn, grow, and embrace the depths of myself. Last time. Every face I meet reflects the facet of my own inner universe, inviting me to learn, grow, and embrace the depths of myself. And so it is. Before we go, we got one more affirmation. There are no barriers in God. Therefore, there can be no barriers in me. There are no barriers in God. Therefore, there can be no barriers in me. There are no barriers in God. Therefore, there can be no barriers in me. And so it is. May the force be with you.